October 26, 1973, Marvin Gaye put out, well, Marvin Gaye didn't put it out. Motown put out another duet album, this time with Diana Ross. Um, Marvin did not want to do another duet album with someone. He felt like he was cursed. Remember what happened with Mary Wells. Remember what happened with Kim Weston. Mary Wells left. Kim Weston left. Tammy Terrell got had a brain tumor, and so he said he was done. But he agreed to do this album in part because Diana Ross was a huge star at the time, right up there with Marvin Gaye, and he wanted to siphon off some of her fans. And this one was drama filled to a certain degree. Both of them were acting like divas. Marvin was very inconsiderate of Diana, who was pregnant at the time. He was in the studio smoking weed, wouldn't put it out, et cetera, et cetera. And it got to the point where they just couldn't work together. So Diana was like, or Diana or the Motown execs decided that they would record their parts separately. And Marvin was upset because his name was not first. So there was a lot going on in this album, and you can hear it in the songs. The synergy is not there between these two, but that does not mean that they are not singing their best. Um, I came across this album. I can't remember if it was at a pawn shop or it was in one of those music clubs like BMG or something like that. But I think it was at a pawn shop or whatever. But anyway, I remember when I first listened to this album, and I was somewhat disappointed with it. It wasn't what I expected. I thought I found the gem of an album that I haven't heard at the time, and this was decades ago. But nevertheless, and when I listened to it, I was like, oh, there's something missing. I mean, we're talking about Marvin coming off What's Going On, Marvin coming off Let's Get It On. The songs here should have been much better, but he didn't have creative control over it, and he was sort of at the mercy of the labels, and he did it for selfish reasons. But his singing is freaking crazy on here, and I think his falsetto was damn near at its peak. And Diana Ross was actually no slouch either. I think she was really good. And over time, I really came to love and enjoy and appreciate this album for what it was. And you know, I would find myself just listening to each of them sing separately. I would listen to Marvin Gaye and just how he would hit some of those notes, and the way how him and Diana would kind of just exchange parts. I think one of the most notable songs on there where you can hear it, I think it was on Love Twins. Just Say, Valerie Simpson and Ashford and Simpson wrote that one. That's another good one on here. You know, they did Stop, Look, Listen to Your Heart, which is really good. I do like My Mistake. It's a little bit of more of an upbeat song as well. You're a Special Part of Me, Pledge of My Love. You know, there's some really good songs on here. It just takes some time to kind of get used to into the sound. These two coming together and trying to find something that works for the both of them, especially when both of them were actually like mega stars at the time. So you can hear it in the album. It's very notable. But either way, is one of I think is a hidden gem in the collection that Marvin has. And if you have not heard it, I encourage you to listen to it. But that is that. I think from there, we have the Marvin Gaye live album that is next. And then after that, man, it's the I Want You album, which is just freaking incredible. But we'll get to that when we get to that. So yeah, see you next.